What up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, September 3rd, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Y and Melo, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, or iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Chris Hemsworth has signed on to play a missionary in Dhaka, a Netflix movie scheduled to film this winter in India and Indonesia. The Twitter feed dedicated to Netflix news said today Chris Hemsworth will star in Dhaka, an action movie about kidnap extraction. It will be the featured film directorial debut for Sam Hargrave, who, in addition to being the second unit director on Avengers Infinity War, used to be Chris Evans' stunt double. How cool is that? Evans played Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where Hemsworth plays Thor. The Hollywood Reporter says fraternal filmmakers Joe and Anthony Russo, who also directed Hemsworth in Avengers Infinity War and Hargrave in two Captain America blockbusters, wrote the screenplay and are producing Dhaka. Hemsworth is now working on the new Men in Black adventure and recently shared on Twitter a brief video of him attempting to shave stuntman Bobby Hanton during a caption behind the scenes on Men in Black, getting at Bobby Hanton, camera ready. Unfortunately, they do multiple cuts on his face. Nothing a bit of makeup can't fix. Hashtag Men in Black. His real-life former politician Gary Hart as his presidential campaign crumbles following a sex scandal in the first trailer for The Frontrunner. Clip released Thursday features Jackman on the campaign trail when a story about an extramarital affair he had to bring everything he's worked for down. As tabloid journalism and political journalism collide for the first time, Jackman argues that his personal life shouldn't matter to the press before he has to admit to his wife, played by Vera Farmiga, who plays Lee Hart, what happened. Jackman says this campaign is about the future, not rumors, not sleaze, and all I care about is the sanctity of this process. Hart, who was considered the front-runner for the 1988 Democratic presidential nomination, was forced to drop out of the race following the story about his affair with actress and model Donna Rice. The cast also includes J.K. Simmons as Hart's campaign manager Bill Dixon, Mahmoud Athi as Washington Post reporter A.J. Parker, and Sarah Paxton as Rice. The Frontrunner, directed by Jason Reitman, and based on the Matt Bai's 2014 book, All the Truth is Out, is set to arrive in theaters on November 7th. Lady Gaga says her role in A Star is Born allowed her to live out her dream as an actress. The 32-year-old singer discussed her acting debut while promoting the movie Friday at the Venice Film Festival with director and co-star Bradley Cooper. She said, according to The Hollywood Reporter, "I got to live my life. I've always wanted to be an actress." Lady Gaga credited Cooper with casting her in the starring role of Ally, despite her inexperience as an actress. She says, "There can be 100 people in the room, and 99 don't believe in you. You just need one to believe in you, and that was him. So I'm very lucky to be here." The Joanne singer and Cooper said they enjoyed a mutual respect on set. Lady Gaga said of Cooper, "He's such an amazing singer. What I love so much about working with Bradley is we had a true exchange. He accepted me as an actress, and I accepted him as a musician." Cooper recalled, "We sang for the first time, literally like 20 minutes after we just met. An artist of that caliber treats you like a peer. It's very empowering." A Star is Born is based on the 1937 film of the same name, which was previously adapted as a 1954 musical starring Judy Garland and a 1976 rock musical with Barbra Streisand. Lady Gaga attributed the story's longevity to its universal themes. She said, according to Variety, "It's a story about love and about what Bradley refers to as the human plight of addiction. It was a remarkable experience for me." A Star is Born is opening in theaters on October 5th. Gugu Mbatha-Raw and Michael Caine have joined the cast of the upcoming fantasy that explores the protagonists of Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan. The film stars Angelina Jolie and David Oyelowo as the parents of the brother and sister who go on to become Peter Pan and Alex from Alice in Wonderland. When an older brother dies in a tragic accident, the siblings are forced to choose between home and imagination. Details on who Mbatha and Raw and Caine will be portraying are being kept under wraps. Come Away will be directed by Brenda Chapman, who is making her live-action debut with the film after helming the animated features The Prince of Egypt and Brave. Marissa Kate Godho will pen the script, with Oyelowo producing through his Yoruba Saxon Productions company. Production is expected to begin this fall in the UK and Los Angeles. Mbatha-Raw was last seen in Disney's A Wrinkle in Time, while Caine will next be seen in the movie King of Thieves. Two of the stars of Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald made a surprise appearance this weekend at the King Station in London. The Fantastic Beasts Twitter feed said Saturday, Eddie Redmayne and Jude Law visited platform 9 3/4 just in time to go #back to Hogwarts. The post includes a brief video of the actors greeting their ecstatic fans. The rap says Wizarding Harry Potter enthusiasts have gathered at the station on September 1st for years, observing it as Back to Hogwarts Day in honor of when students wizards travel to their fictional boarding school for their new terms in the franchise's books and movies. Co-starring Johnny Depp, Urza Miller, Alison Sedal, Callum Turner, Catherine Waterston, and Dan Folger, the Harry Potter prequel, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, is slated for theatrical release on November 16th. Tudyk has signed on to star in DC's upcoming live-action series Doom Patrol that will come exclusively to the company's upcoming streaming service DC Universe. Tudyk is set to portray Eric Mondin, also known as the villainous Mr. Nobody. DC confirmed casting on Twitter Friday by posting a comic book image of Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody in DC Comics gains the ability to drain the sanity out of others after he becomes a living shadow following experiments conducted on him by ex-Nazis. DC said it on Twitter, watch your sanity or Mr. Nobody might just take it. At Alan Tudyk joins #DCU Doom Patrol as a crazed Mr. Nobody. Doom Patrol, based on the comic book series of the same name, follows a group of eccentric and unlikely superheroes led by the mysterious Dr. Niles Calder, such as Robot Man, Negative Man, Elastigirl, and Crazy Jane, who have each suffered from horrible accidents that have gifted them their powers. Tudyk will be joining Brendan Fraser as Robot Man, Orange is the New Black star Diana Guerrero as Crazy Jane, April Balbai as Elastic Woman, and the First Purge star Jovan Wade as Cyborg, who calls the Doom Patrol into action to take on a dangerous mission. DC Universe is set to launch on September 15th, with the service's first original program, Titans, arriving on October 12th. There's no timetable for when Doom Patrol will debut. DC Universe, in addition to offering original programming such as Young Justice Season 3, Swamp Thing, and an animated series based around Harley Quinn, will also feature classic DC animated programs and films, live-action films, and digital access to a vast comic book library, among other perks. Production has begun in Burbank, California on the Roseanne spinoff The Conners, ABC announced Friday. The network released a cast photo showing Sarah Gilbert playing Darlene, Jaden Ray playing Mary, Michael Fishman, who plays DJ, Ames McNamara, played by Mark, who plays Mark, John Goodman, who plays Dan, Laurie Metcalf, who plays Jackie, Lisa Goranson, who plays Becky, and Emma Keeney, who plays Harris, sitting around the kitchen table on the studio set, meant to be the titular family's in Illinois home, and practicing their lines. Missing from the group shot is matriarch Roseanne Barr, who was cut from the show after making a racist comment about Valerie Jarrett, a former senior advisor to U.S. President Barack Obama. The network's absence will explain other than to say, after a turn of events, the Conners are forced to face the daily struggles of life in Lanford in a way they've never had before. Roseanne initially ran from 1988 to 1997 and remained popular in reruns. It earned high ratings when it returned last spring with new episodes of one season, which was swiftly canceled after Barr's racist comments on Twitter. Barr has since repeatedly apologized for what she called a joke, but she was widely condemned for the remark. ABC announced in June it was moving forward with the new version of the show without Barr. It's set to debut on October 16th. Imelda Staunton, Stephen Campbell Moore, sons David Haig, and Tupinence Middleton have been added to the ensemble of the Downton Abbey movie, the film's production company said. Variety.com reported Kate Phillips and Geraldine James will also film follow-up to the early 20th century set British costume drama, which wrapped in 2015 after 6 seasons. Abbey icons Michelle Dockery, Elizabeth McGovern, Dame Maggie Smith, Joanne Frogred, Jim Carter, Allen Leech, and Hugh Bonneville have all signed on to reprise their roles in the sequel. Series creator Julian Fellows wrote this film's screenplay and is producing the project. Gareth Neame, Carnival's film executive chairman, said Thursday, "We're excited that photography is about to start on the long-awaited film and that the beloved main characters will be joined by such exceptional actors playing roles unique to the movie." Collider.com reported Brian Percival was originally announced as the movie's director, but he has since been replaced by Michael Engler. No reason was given for Percival's move from director to executive producer. Staunton has connections to several of the cast members. She's married to Carter, her Shakespeare in Love and Cranford co-star, acted in the Harry Potter franchise with Smith, and the Paddington movies with Bonneville. The Downton Abbey film was announced in July. And in a related story, Downton Abbey alum Allen Leech is to star in Doing Money, a BBC drama about slavery in contemporary Britain. The fact-based movie was written by Gwyneth Hughes. Director Lindsay Miller will film it in and around Belfast, Northern Ireland. Romanian actress Aneka Dumitria plays a woman who's kidnapped from a London street and is taken to where she is forced to work as a sex in pop-up brothels, a press release says. Leech plays police investigator Dougie Grant. The ensemble also includes Tom Glyn Carney, Dragos Bucor, Alex Sinikerno, Kamizma Stratton, Boysa Olatan, Alina Serbin, Tulilo Carveray, Karen Hassan, and Jonathan Harton. Demetria said in a statement, is a truly remarkable person, someone who has survived endless abuse with courage and determination, a real-life hero. I've been deeply moved by her story. It's an honor to play her in Doing Money. It's a story that needs to be seen. Leech added, I'm delighted to be part of telling this moving and important true story, Doing Money. Anna's experience shines a light on the shocking truth of human trafficking and slavery in Britain. D.I. Dougie Grant was one of the key officers at the center of the original investigation. It's a real privilege to play him. Miller celebrated the announcement of the casting on Twitter on Friday. She thanked her casting directors, lucked out with this bunch of beauties, props to at Carla Strong and at Dominica Kirkham for smashing it out of the park, #Doing Money. Blake Jenner from Glee and The Edge of 17 has landed a role in Netflix's anthology series What If. He joins previously announced cast members Renee Zellweger, and streaming service said and explores the ripple effects of what happens when acceptable people start doing unacceptable things. Each season will tackle a different morality tale inspired by culturally consequential source material and the power of a single fateful decision to change the trajectory of an entire life. Mike Kelly, whose credits include Revenge and Swingtown, is the writer and showrunner of What If. Forrest Gump and Back to the Future film Robert Zemeckis is an executive producer. The animated Marvel's Avengers Assemble Black Panther's Quest is scheduled to premiere on September 23rd on Disney XD. Marvel released a minute-long preview on YouTube Friday. The message accompanied the clip teased the Black Panther must decide his loyalties. Is he an Avenger first or King of Wakanda? As the mysterious Shadow Council rises to challenge Wakanda, T'Challa teams up with his sister Shuri to go on missions that no other Avenger can. It's a global traveling journey of espionage and mystery as old foes resurface and new friends are made. In the end, Black Panther must balance defending his home and stopping threats before they start. Is he a sword or a shield? Only he can decide. This is the 5th season of the Marvel's Avengers small-screen cartoon, but it is the first to spotlight T'Challa Black Panther. A live-action Black Panther movie starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, and Lupita Nyong'o was a critical acclaimed blockbuster this spring, earning more than $1 billion at the global box. It will debut September 4th on Netflix. The classic Space Saga Star Trek will be honored at next month's Creative Arts Emmy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles. The Television Academy announced Thursday, excited to announce that this year's recipient of the 2018 Governor's Award is at Star Trek. The award will be presented at the Creative Arts Emmy, which will air on September 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time on FXX Network. #Emmy Arts, #Emmys. The Star Trek franchise began in 1966 with the original television series starring William Shatner, Nichelle Nichols, and Leonard Nimoy, who died in 2015. It was followed by the companion shows Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Star Trek The Next Generation, as well as screen adventures. Governor Award Committee Chair Mark Spanty said in a statement, Star Trek is the first television program I can remember watching as a child and has always been ahead of its time. Not only have all the franchises promoted inclusiveness and acceptance of all people and inspired creative thought about space exploration in our future, but the technical innovations sparked by the franchise are incredibly significant to the evolution of television production and also to the communication and computer lives. We're honored to present this award to a franchise that has made such a lasting contribution to both television and society. Amy Schumer spoke after edited her wearing a bikini. The 37-year-old actress and comedian responded with a body-positive message after a fan photoshopped a picture to make her appear slimmer. Schumer wrote in the comments, "I like how I really look. That's my body. I love my body for being strong and healthy and sexy. I look like I'd give a hug or have a drink with you." She says, "The other picture looks nice, but it's not me. Thanks for sharing your thoughts as well. See, we're both right." The fan in question had posted the edited photo alongside the original image of Schumer writing, "So I think Amy looks great already, but man, does she look way better, in my opinion, in the second photo." The person apologized and deleted the post after Schumer's response. They wrote, "I'm sorry, Amy. I had no idea you'd see this. I understand that this can be seen as negative, but I really wasn't trying to be. I'm sorry for my ignorance. I have no right to make people feel bad about themselves." Schumer previously defended her body as strong and healthy after social media users criticized photos of her in a swimsuit. The star wrote on Instagram, "I hope you find some joy in lives today in a human interaction and not just in writing unkind things to a stranger you've never met." She says, "This is how I look. I feel happy. I think I look stronger and healthy, and also like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. Kisses." Schumer will next star in the movie She Came to Me with Nicole Kidman and Steve Carell. She celebrated 6 months of marriage with husband Chris Fisher this month. Alyssa Milano will be honored as an 2018 GLAAD Gala in September. The 45-year-old actress will receive the inaugural Adelie Getty Alley Award at the event September 15th in San Francisco. GLAAD confirmed in a tweet Thursday. The organization wrote, @Alyssa_Milano will receive the inaugural Adelie Getty Alley Award at the #GLAAD Gala for using her platform to celebrate acceptance for the LGBTQ people. Milano responded to the news on Twitter. She wrote, adding a smiley face emoji, proud tears. GLAAD's press release, the award is named after Adrienne Getty, a member of its board of directors. Getty pledged $15 million in support of the organization at the 2018 World Economic Forum in January. GLAAD lauded Milano as an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ acceptance. The actress has worked to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS and was a vocal advocate of marriage equality and using her social media to promote LGBTQ issues. Milano is known for playing Phoebe Halliwell on Charmed and presently portrays Coralie Armstrong on the Netflix series Insatiable. Vanessa Marquez, an actress who appeared in the film Stand and Deliver and the TV hospital drama ER, was shot and killed by police this week, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said. She was 49. A Hollywood reporter said that officers from the South Pasadena Police Department were called to her residence to do a welfare check Thursday afternoon. Authorities said Marquez was having seizures when they arrived, and they requested additional personnel, including mental health clinicians. Officers said Marquez appeared to suffer from mental health issues, and during the 90-minute confrontation the actress spent with police and medical personnel, allegedly grew uncooperative, retrieved a gun, and pointed it at officers. The Los Angeles Times reported 2 officers fired at Marquez, hitting her once in the torso. She was transported to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. The weapon she alleged had been holding determined as a BB gun. Her death is under investigation. Marquez's landlord initially called police because he was concerned about her. The Times reported a man at the scene who identified himself as the actress's landlord but declined to give his name, refused to speak with reporters about the incident. Marquez last year accused actor and filmmaker George Clooney of having her blacklisted after she accused their male co-star for ER of sexual misconduct. Clooney has vehemently denied he had the power or inclination more than decades ago to prevent Marquez from getting work. Lou Diamond Phillips, her co-star in Stand and Deliver, tweeted Friday, "Heartsick to learn of the tragic passing of my friend Vanessa Marquez. I was not aware of the pain she endured due to her conditions and saddened to think that they may have contributed to her untimely demise. The light in her soul still shines in the performances she gave us." Pop star Lana Del Rey announced via Twitter she has canceled her planned concert in Israel. The 33-year-old singer tweeted Friday, "It is important to me to perform in both Palestine and Israel and treat all my fans equally. Unfortunately, it hasn't been possible to line up both visits with such short notice, and therefore I'm postponing my appearance at the Meteor Festival until a time when I can schedule visits for both my Israeli and Palestinian fans, as well as hopefully other countries in the region." The BBC reported Del Rey backed out of the September 7th headlining gig after activists demanded she canceled incest of Israel's policies towards the Palestinians. She initially defended her decision to perform at the festival, which is scheduled to take place at the Kibbutz Lev Habashim. She tweeted on August 19th, "I would like to remind you that performing in Tel Aviv will stay or commitment to the politics there." Irish rocker Bono lost his voice, forcing his band U2 to end its concert early in Berlin this weekend. The YouTube website said Saturday, "We're sorry for tonight's cancellation. Bono was in great voice prior to the show, and we're all looking forward to the second night in Berlin. But after a few songs, he suffered a complete loss of voice. We don't know what has happened, and we're taking medical advice. But as always, we appreciate our audience's understanding and all our fans' support in Berlin and those who travel from afar. We'll update you very soon." E-News said Bono had trouble singing Red Flag Day and stopped to tell the 17,000 concertgoers at the Mercedes-Benz Arena that he thought a smoke machine-created stage effects was impacting his voice. He says, "I can promise you I have not been smoking, but this is like a giant cigar. I've lost my voice and I don't know what to do." Workers at the venue turned the smoke machine off and the air conditioner up, but Bono still struggled. The musicians took a break to give Bono the chance to recover, but after 40 minutes announced they would not return that evening and the show would be rescheduled. U2 is set to play at Cologne, Germany on Tuesday. The life of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, was celebrated in her hometown of Detroit on Friday by friends, families, and fans alike. Over 100 pink Cadillacs, in reference to Franklin's hit Freeway of Love, were parked on 7 Mile Road near the Greater Grace Temple, where the star's funeral service was held. Cadillacs, founded in Detroit, tweeted the years of Franklin's birth and death with the word respect on a background. Chrissy Ellis, the wife of Bishop Charles H. Ellis III from Greater Grace Temple, organized a tribute to Franklin. Ellis worked as a sales director for cosmetics company Mary Kay, which famously gift top sellers with pink. Joy Bailey Greff told the New York Times, a Mary Kay's cosmetics saleswoman from Alabama who drove her pink Cadillac to the service, her song, the Pink Cadillac song, meant so much to us. We use it at every event. Franklin was carried in the church in a gold-plated brass coffin and was dressed in a gold sequin dress with gold heels and to match. This was her fourth outfit change since the casket viewing services began, with other outfits including a rose gold St. John's gown and a gold Christian Louboutin heels, a red suit with red Louboutins, and a powder blue dress with heels to match. The service featured performances of her hit songs from Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande, Faith Hill, Shaka Khan, Detroit's own Clark sisters, and her own son Edward, among others. Speakers also include Reverend Al Sharpton, who read a message from former President Barack Obama, former President Bill Clinton, and close friend Smokey Robinson, who sang an a cappella version of "I'm Going to Miss You." Franklin died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 76 on August 16, 2018, in Detroit. Ariana Grande is number 1 on the U.S. album charts this week. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 is Travis Scott's Astro World, followed by Nicki Minaj's Queen at number 3, Drake's Scorpion at number 4, and Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys at number 5. Rounding up the top tier are Aretha Franklin Greatest Hits at number 6, number 7, Young Stunner's Life, Slim Language by various artists at number 8, Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance at number 9, and Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy at number 10. The romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians is the number 1 movie in North America for a third weekend, earning an additional $22.3 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Starring Constance Wu and Henry Golding, the movie has a total domestic box office take thus far of about $111 million. Coming in number 2 this week is The Meg with $10.5 million, followed by Mission Impossible Fallout at number 3 with $7 million, Operation Finale at number 4 with $6 million, and Searching at number 5 with $5.7 million. Rounding out the top tier are Disney's Christopher Robin, number 6 with $5 million, Alpha, number 7 with $4.5 million, The Happy Time Murders, number 8 with $4.4 million, Black Klansman at number 9 with $4.1 million, 2 at number 10 with $3.6 million. And now let's take on this day in human history. In 1982, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak's U.S. Festival opens in San Bernardino County, California. No company has done more than Apple Inc. to bring the world of technology, the world of music. For those who are too young to remember the world before the iPod may have never appreciated just how far apart those worlds were back in 1982. when Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak hatched an ambitious and expensive musical plan, committing a sizable chunk of his sizable fortune to a musical event billed as the biggest thing since Woodstock. Wozniak staged a 3-day concert in the mountains of San Bernardino County that featured some of the day's biggest names in music. The US Festival kicked off under scorched conditions on this date in 1982. The temperatures was over 110 degrees when the first band took the stage on the opening day of the US Festival. The group was a gang of four, a radically political and hugely influential British band, followed by, on day one, by a lineup of punk, post-punk, and new wave heavies. The Ramones, the English Bee, Oingo Boingo, the B-52s, Talking Heads, and the Police. The tour conditions persisted as a mainstream rock lineup included Santana, the Kinks, Pat Benatar, and Tom Petty took the stage on day two. Day three brought 60s legends The Grateful Dead and a headline performance by Fleetwood Mac. Relief from the heat over the course of that Labor Day weekend came in the form of giveaway spray bottles, a half-acre of free showers, and roving tanker trucks mounted with water cannons. And for those still suffering under the sweltering conditions, there was relief in the form of the US Festival Technology Exposition, housed in 5 tents behind the main stage and offering not just a glimpse into the future, but the only air conditioning on the concert site. Inside those tents, you still couldn't find an Apple Macintosh. That groundbreaking machine developed by Wozniak's Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was still 18 months away when the US Festival kicked off. You could, however, find treasures that would cause today's hipsters nostalgia enthusiasts to swoon as much as kids did at the 1982 US Festival did. Props from the movie E.T. and Empire Strikes Back, arcade games like Zacton, Defender, Crazy Kong, and Centipede, and newly introduced games of the century from the home, such as Worm War 1 from Fox Video Games, fully compatible with the Atari video computer system and the long-forgotten Sears Tel Games machine. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, September 3rd, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with a Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report or on Insta Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great Labor Day. Good night, and God bless you all.